Stop making yourself insecure by wearing things or doing things that you know does not look good on you or you know you can't do. That is one of the most important steps in becoming more confident. The Next Door Podcast. Welcome back to the Next Door Podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you. Because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Now, guys, y'all see the whole set. Y'all see what's going on. So today we are going to make a martini. That's what we're going to make. I don't have sour mix, which is why I have lime juice, lemon juice, and some sugar and water, because that is what sour mix consists of. And I have my blue curacao. Of course, we only do top shelf. So we got Absolute vodka, and we have our triple sec that we used the last time. And of course, without further ado, let's make us a martini. So we're going to put ice in our shaker first. I actually want to build the sour mix first in the shaker before I pour the alcohol. So we're going to build the sour mix. I have my shot of sugar, and not too much sugar, a tablespoon lime juice, shake it up. I was thinking about doing a virtual hosting for girls who wants to transform themselves like image-wise and become a different girl before the new year. I was thinking about that. So you guys just let me know if that's something you would be interested. I would definitely do that. Outside of me already giving y'all tips anyway, but just that one-on-one mentoring, like waking up in the morning, we do meditations together. I also change up your style, your image. You know, if you guys are interested in that, just let me know. Also have to add water as well, because it's literally sugar water and lemon and lime. So we're just going to add a small shot of water. Ooh, okay. Now we're going to put these all to the side because I don't want to block. I'm going to shake this together first just so the ingredients marinate together, and then I'm going to build my martini. I used to be a bartender. Now that we gave it a little shake, sometimes when you're using a shaker and you're using ice, it can get cold and like be hard to open it, so you have to hit it once. Now let's build our martini. So we're gonna start with vodka, and you guys know me. 2 shots. 1. I think I'm gonna just do 2.5. I want it to be martini-in, so let's do 2.5. We're gonna go in with our triple sec, and we're gonna go last with our blue curacao. And I'm gonna do 1.5 of triple sec. And we're gonna go in with our blue curacao. I'm gonna just do 1 shot. Let me top it off. All right, cool. And we're gonna put this off to the side. I have OCD. Now it's time for us to shake us a martini. Give it a good shake. Bop, bop, bop. Shake it around, shake it around. And you know you gotta give it the... OMG. This martini is martini-in. I know what you see. You're gonna be like, girl. Yeah, I got some skills. And without further ado, first sip. Oh my God. This is so freaking good. Really, really good. Follow the exact steps, and trust me, you're gonna have you a nice blue martini. It's not too strong, like it's not overbearing. Maybe I should have added a little alcohol. Psst. Now, before we start this episode, if you're looking for the High Value Woman workbook, if you're looking for the High Value Woman audiobook, how to get a man to spoil you, how to ask a man for money, so many different tools. You can find it on onesecretroom.com. On today's episode, we're talking about how to be more confident and how to be more feminine. I did a poll on my YouTube and my Instagram, and you guys picked this topic, so this is what we're going to talk about today. Now, when it comes to your confidence has a lot to do with how you perceive yourself, because you know what I've noticed about confidence is this. Sometimes you may be insecure about a particular part in your body that other people may not even notice. So it's really all a mental thing. And you know, most of the time, us women, we like to go do certain procedures to fix what make us confident. And I believe in doing what makes you happy, but you need to also understand that even though you do that procedure, if you're not okay mentally, you're still gonna feel like something is wrong. There's so many different influencers and celebrities you can look at, for example, as far as them going too far with different procedures. Pick your own celebrity and just look at them and how they were in the beginning and how much they changed themselves so much because they weren't as confident. Confidence really starts from within. And we all have different insecurities, but it's about how do you polish your insecurities. For example, if you have a body issue, start going to the gym. I feel like most of the time girls go to the gym and they rush the process of becoming toned or looking good. Sometimes it's not even about going to the gym because you want a flat stomach or because you have to take time with your body. And you going to the gym, becoming more confident is you giving yourself that me time that you need. Hello. Now the blue martini in. Now, when you are trying to build your confidence, you have to identify what you're good at and highlight that. Don't just look at your bad sides. Everybody have what they're good at and what they're bad at. Highlight more of your good side. That's what makes you you. You have to understand that you are an individual person. You may be wanting to be like another woman, but you don't even know the insecurities she's fighting at night. For example, if you know you look good in high-waisted jeans, wear high-waisted jeans. Don't wear things that's going to make you insecure, because that's the problem. You girls go online, you see these girls wearing these things from Fashion Nova, these bodysuits. You go purchase the same bodysuit knowing that that's not your body type, and then you wonder why it don't look the same on you. Sis, dress according to your size. Wear what you know fits your shape. Just because it looked good on a Fashion Nova model does not mean it's going to look the same way or look as good on you. You need to be honest with yourself and know that, okay, well, that jumpsuit looks like it's good for petite girls, so I'm not even gonna buy that. Stop making yourself insecure by wearing things or doing things that you know does not look good on you or you know you can't do. That is one of the most important steps in becoming more confident. Doing what you know you're good at, wearing what you know looks good on you. Simple as that. I feel like a lot of women like to pick at their insecurities instead of picking and looking at what they're secure in. Hello. When you are becoming more confident, you have to be kind to yourself. And that's why I really recommend you guys to get the High Value Woman Workbook. There's so many exercises that's going to really help you identify different areas in your life that you realize that, damn, I didn't even know I was doing this. And I need to stop that because I want better for myself. It's all about identifying the problem areas in your life. Because once you're able to identify the problem areas in your life is when you're going to be able to fix them. Another way to build your confidence is give yourself a challenge. Understand that in life, it's hard to go up, but it's easy to come back down. For example, it can take you 6 months to get your body all toned, but in a month, if you eat junk every single day, you are going to get fat within that 1 month. It can be challenging to get to the next level, but it's so easy to come back down. People like the easy way out. Well, he's supposed to like me the way I am, and it shouldn't matter. It does matter. You can't say you want a man of value or you want a man to spend money on you, but you're not even looking like the woman that is deserving of what she's asking for. For example, you can't be eating pizza, burgers, drinking soda every day, and then say, oh, how come I can't find a good man? The food that you're eating is low vibrational. That's why you're only finding low vibrational men. That's the truth. Hello. So when you are trying to be confident, you have to identify the areas in your life you need to change to make you more confident. The more disciplined you are is the more you're going to achieve what it is you're looking for in life. Whether it be dating, whether it be professional, when you are disciplined, there's nothing in this world you cannot accomplish or nothing in this world you cannot do. Be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? Why am I not confident? Whatever it is when it comes to your confidence, everything is always workable. On that note, let's transition into how to be more feminine. Now, the reason why a lot of women find it hard to be feminine is because they have issues letting go. You don't want a guy to take control because you're scared. You don't want to be vulnerable. You want to do everything yourself. I want to use swimming as an example. When you go for a swimming lesson, the first thing they teach you is how to float. Because when you float, you let go. People drown because they're fighting against the water. But when you relax and you flow with the water is when you float to the top. But the moment you start fighting the water, oh, you can't let go of control, is when you drown. That picture that I just painted for you is why it's hard for you to be feminine. When you are becoming a feminine woman, you need to be okay with, I'm working smart, not hard. Now, a lot of women don't understand what it means by take care of yourself. And what does taking care of yourself mean? It means let other people do certain roles in your life. You know, the problem is that a lot of women, they're taking all the roles at work. When they come home, they're doing all the workload, they're changing the light bulb, picking their car for servicing. You're not taking care of yourself. You're doing so many different things in your life that you don't need to do. Let your man change the light bulb. Let your man change the garbage. Let your man take your car for servicing. Why are you giving yourself so many different roles in your life? You're stressing yourself out like, oh my God, I need to fix my car. Oh my God, I need to do this. When there's men on this earth, what do you think men are made for? Men are there to make our life easier. But women choose to make their life more difficult because they always feel like they have something to prove. Most of these men that you feel like you're proving something to, they really like boys. Let's talk about it. These men that sit there and say, oh, you need to, I can't stand women at this and that. They like boys. Because a real masculine man is not going to mind you allowing him to change the light bulb, take out the trash, pay the bills, take your car for servicing. A real man enjoys being a man in your life because he understands that I am the Superman of her life. Men and women, we operate differently. We process things completely different. So if a man is looking at you like, oh, I can't take your car for servicing because you need to be able to do that yourself, he like boys. Hello. One of the most important things in being a feminine woman is dressing like a lady. Less is always more. Most of you go outside, your butt is always showing, breast is showing. That doesn't exude feminine energy. That exudes, you know what? I want you to put me on my back and I'm gonna lay down with you because I'm pleasing myself. When women say, I'm just laying down with him because I just want to get a nut. Why would you sit there and allow a man to put you on your back and add absolutely no value? Yeah, well, I did it because I wanted to. No, you did it because you didn't know your value. The more you start looking at yourself as a valuable woman, the less bodies you're going to have and the more valuable men you're going to attract. Being feminine is not about allow any man to walk over me. And these are the things that you learn in the High Value Woman course. There's different meditations and you really understand feminine and masculine energy. That course will really transform you. When you are a feminine woman, you understand being vulnerable. It doesn't mean when you first meet a guy, you start telling him all your business. I'm talking about when you're actually in the relationship. You're open to whatever the relationship has to offer. Even though the relationship may not turn out the way you would want it to turn out, you still learn something. Because it didn't work out in the past, you don't take that past relationship as to why in the future you're not vulnerable with men. And another thing that's really important when you are trying to become a feminine woman is loving yourself. You can't expect anyone to love you if you don't love yourself. When it ties into your confidence and you trying to be treated like a princess, do you treat yourself like a princess? You have to practice loving yourself. Practice what you say to yourself. Say to yourself, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am B to the E to the A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Beautiful. I'm smart and I know I can get any man that I want. But if you keep thinking that you can't get a guy or every relationship you end up in never lasts, is what's going to keep happening. I want you guys to understand that the tongue has power. And the more you understand the tongue has power is when you're going to use it to your advantage. If you tell yourself for 90 days, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to make 6 figures, you will make 6 figures. But you know what the problem is that people start losing hope. They start losing faith in themselves. And the moment you start losing faith and you lose that vibration, it won't manifest. If you keep that frequency high enough is when you start to see it manifest in the physical realm. If you listen to the High Value Woman audiobook, you'll notice I talk about being delusional. Because if you be delusional for a little bit of time, you'll start to really live the life that you want to live. We are gifted with our mind. We are gifted with imagination. Imagination is something we all had as kids. We had so many different visions as children that we believed. Santa Claus, so many different things. But as adults, it seems like we lost that. And I want you to tap back into that inner child. I want you to tap back into that inner child, and I want you to use your imagination to become more confident and feminine. The moment you use your imagination to become more confident and more feminine is when you're going to see not only the things around you change, but the people around you change. Be okay with allowing someone to hold the door for you. Be okay with someone holding the bags. When someone asks you, hey, do you need help with the bags? Say yes. You don't need to do it all by yourself. It's okay to receive help. That's why women find it hard to be feminine, because they're not okay with receiving help. It's okay to receive what it is you need. But a lot of women feel guilty for receiving a helping hand. And that's why I truly recommend you to get the High Value Woman Workbook. And I'm going to tie back into that again, because when you get the High Value Woman Workbook, you're going to be able to identify so many areas in your life that, okay, wow, I really didn't know that me receiving help was a big deal for me. I didn't know that it tied back to my childhood. I didn't know that I wasn't clear on my values. I didn't know that I wasn't clear on my boundaries. I didn't know that I wasn't clear on my emotional intelligence. Get that High Value Woman Workbook. Taking that investment in yourself is really going to help you change your quality of life. And I promise you that. Before I end this episode, another important thing I want to say is be confident when you receive a compliment. You sit boldly and say thank you. Don't feel like, oh my God, I don't want to feel like I'm full of myself. I don't want them to think that I think I'm all that. No, you are all that. So when they compliment you and say, oh my God, you're so beautiful, your hair is so pretty, don't be like, oh, thank you, I didn't know that. No, you be like, yes, thank you. That's how you exude that confidence and feminine energy. Hello. Thing that I want to mention before we round up this episode is the wardrobe. If you are wearing baggy clothes or clothes that don't hug your body, you're not going to appear feminine. You need to wear clothes that complement your shape. Compliment your body. It's been a long time since I had vodka, so I'm getting a little tipsy off the vodka. Another tip before we end this episode is personal hygiene, and that's something I mentioned in my other episodes, which I'm going to put here so you can watch that episode about feminine hygiene and how to clean your kitty. You can't say you're a feminine woman and you smell like fish and sticks and you sitting there looking unkept. Absolutely not. And you know, guys, I never tell you things to come at you. I always tell you things to help you, because why? I'm like your bestie, and when you having a conversation with your bestie, it's only truthful stuff. And if you have a bestie that you can't be honest with, then that's really not your bestie. On that note, we're going to end it on that. If you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you're listening from, thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. It truly helps my channel. And I want you to turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload more episodes. You already know the rest. Until we meet again.